We are now prepared to go outside the Lindblom walls. What will we find there? Maybe an optional party member.
Ooh, but first we must find our way through this black void. That is a void.
No, the music
There
is playing.
we
Oh,
are.
there we go.
There it is.
So we're still on the Mist continent?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
We won't be leaving the Mist Continent for quite some time.
Okay, so we'll have to put up with Kryptonite Fog until then. Awesome.
Yeah.
The kryptonite mist.
Well, you only really need to put up with the fog while you're on low elevation terrain. When we were up in Dali, for example, there was no mist to wade through. It was just stuff that you saw below you in the cliffs. I love this enemy. This dancing sickle swordsman. It looks like he's like just head bopping to the battle theme.
Didn't we fight these guys earlier, or are these a recolor?
These are different enemies. You're probably thinking of the goblins.
No, I'm not thinking of the goblins. I thought we might have fought something similar to this.
No, we
I
haven't.
don't
This
think
is the
we've
first
seen
time
this
you can encounter
particular
them.
enemy design yet. Well, Final Fantasy IX does recycle enemy models a bit more often than, say, 7. It's not particularly obnoxious about it. You will consistently see new things.
Okay.
Unlike the game that came immediately afterward. I'm sorry, I just won't let that go. The lack of enemy variety in 10 really kills half the experience for me.
What are you talking about? I love ice cream.
Well, Final Fantasy X has a great battle system. In fact, it has such a great battle system that Lord of the Rings: The Third Age flat out ripped it off. And it has great boss fights. The boss fights are amazing. But the random battles just boil down, especially in the American version, to have the same characters do the exact same things every battle, and then switch everyone else in to defend for a turn, so that they all get points for it.
Participation points, yes.
Yeah, you really need the expert sphere grid to get around that.
Oh, okay, you see, this is what should happen if Krabby and Kabuto had a kid in the daycare center. Alright.
Now, here we have this giant enemy crab. And I don't know how the rest of that goes.
So,
Attack is weak point for massive damage.
What game is that supposed to be from, anyway? Like, I know...
I don't know.
I think it got lost in the meme.
I know...
The only time I ever heard the meme was, I think in, like...
I think it was a Capcom game, but I can't remember.
Oh, they actually have a water spell. Most of the time it's just ice.
Oh, yeah,
There's
actually...
water in this game.
There is a water spell in Final Fantasy VIII, but there's only one water spell. It's called Water, and I think it's a mid-tier spell. It's really weird.
Well, I think there's a water and a water gun.
No, I was
10.
1 experience point away from leveling Upside Down.
That's 10.
I'm thinking of 10. Okay.
Yeah, I think.
Don't quite feel experienced enough.
No, wait. You know what? You know what? I think 13 was the one that started actually giving the water spell like full element treatment, because 13's magic system is weird in that the low tier spells are just single target spells, and then the higher you go, the wider the blast radius gets.
That's almost like how it is in Shin Megami Tensei, where there's the spell for multi-targeting is... There's a spell for low, medium, and high. There's a spell for single and multi-targeting. So, like, you can have Bufu, which is ice, and Mabufu, which is multi.
Yeah, and then each one of those has its own first, mid, and third tiers. Yeah.
John, just don't. The names are stupid. You just gotta live with that. If you're
I know. I already know how stupid the names are.
God,
when
the
Matt,
fucking frogs.
The spell. I got a taste of how stupid the spell names were when Matt was playing Persona 1. So don't worry.
Yeah. You get used to Shin Megami Tensei's weird naming conventions after a couple games, and then you just remember what everything means. It's like learning a new language.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Well, it's I can never remember for the life of me which ones are the stat altering ones. Like, I can never remember which ones like attack up or attack down or whatever.
Mataru Kaja, Unda is the down. Kaja is the up.
Yeah,
okay.
What
It's like learning a new language.
What about Mabufu?
That would be area ice spell.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's not a clothing line.
No.
No, that's Fubu. Sorry.
Anyway, these fucking frogs, okay? To get Keena's ultimate weapon, why would you bother? You need to catch 100 frogs by the end of the game.
And then you get an optional super fight with Quail.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
You get an optional super fight against this asshole.
Which I don't do because I don't use Keena enough to warrant getting her super weapon.
It's
her. You have to visit marshes all over the world. Restock the frog count.
It's weird. The dialogue here sounds like, Keena's going on this philosophical journey, and no, it's just like we want her to eat. We want her to be a more cultured eater. It's like
yeah, that's pretty much what the Qs are about. Eating. They're connoisseurs. The race. They're even more one note than the freaking bunny women in 12.
It's kind of weird, actually. It's like this game is telling you guys, stop it with the Doritos, okay? Try some caviar, for Christ's sakes.
What about caviar flavored Doritos? Good enough.
That sounds incredibly tacky. Just.
I can't help but think someone was really disappointed that they couldn't use Keena's full Amano design in game, so they made Quail look like it.
Wait, hold on. Now I gotta look up Keena's Amano design.
Well, I like to think that the overall design of this race are just an evolved version of those enemies that you ran into in 7 in the Forbidden City. The ones that could shrink you and eat you whole. They had their tongue sticking out there too. They had a similar skin complexion, so I would like to think they're like
holy Christ! That's
he
what
found
Amano
made. I think Ted just had an epiphany.
Oh my!
Let me guess. You saw Vivi.
No, we looked at Vivi last time. I'm looking at Keena. What am I looking at?
Keena wasn't on the page that I sent to you guys last time. Oh man,
God.
yeah. Keena's Amano design is really something else.
Oh god.
The millionaire ability. That's handy. Every character has, like, abilities that aid in grinding, but millionaire, you only need one character to have it, I think. And
because what's it called? Money isn't split between characters.
Nah.
Wait, hold on a moment. So is there an ability that helps you, that increases your AP for grinding?
Yes, ability.
So you'd have to grind AP in order to be better at grinding AP.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time you walk into one of these frog ponds with Keena, you get this stupid cutscene. Where can I go catch frogs? Please, please. Leave a male and female behind to breed more. Yeah.
How do you tell?
You probably didn't do that the first.
It tells you when you catch them.
When you catch it, it tells you, and you have the option to let the frog go.
Okay.
Now, the first time I played this game, I screwed myself over. I listened to that, and I was like, why would I want to let him go? And then I did.
Eat these things.
You see, that's the critical flaw of giving a game like this to a kid who's too young to know about the birds and the bees. You don't know why there would need to be a man and a woman in the frog pond.
So wait, this is the frog where the tutorial rules work. Can you talk to them for the tutorial messages whenever you want?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So why are we fighting these specific enemies?
New enemies, and I want to eat them for blue magic.
Oh yeah, this is how Keena learns her spells.
I think you get Aqua Breath from this one.
Oh yeah, that was something that annoyed me with Vivi. Just a slight tangent. The spells aren't next to each other on the list. They're on completely different pages. And
oh yeah, that's the thing about Vivi's. Everyone's spells lists really. Every ability in the game has its own preset spot on the list. So, what happens with Vivi's list is his list goes Fire, Fyra, Fyraga, Blizzard, Blizzara, Blizzaga. So for the first portion of the game, you just get these big empty spaces between spells where all the upper tier spells are going to be way later in the game.
Yeah, but in most games, they just stuff them in wherever they're supposed to be.
And you're given options to rearrange them if you wanted to. I'm not sure if you can do that in 9. I want to say no, but...
No, you can't.
Okay.
It's actually kind of annoying, really. And it's part of the reason why I keep the goddamn game on wait. But,
I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Like, I learned to deal with it, especially since I think pressing the R button switches between pages automatically. But
Yes.
you know, it was weird because I had learned the Blizzard spell, and I'm like, where the hell is the Blizzard spell? And then I scroll down, and it's like 3 pages down, and I'm like, oh, okay, what the hell is
Although,
that?
if you actually check your ability list in the menu outside battle, it does the same thing. So you shouldn't expect it if you see that.
Okay.
So the way Kina's eat ability works is that you'll eat a monster if their HP is less than a fourth. I want to say.
I believe it's an eighth.
I think I remember reading it was.
Drop.
I remember reading it was a fourth. Because when you get trance with Quina,
I think it's a fourth if you get a certain ability for Kina.
No, I think it's always a fourth regularly.
I'll look it up.
Okay, thank you.
Remind
But
me-
I do know that when she trances, she becomes Cook, and with Cook, the enemy's HP has to be below 50%. So it's easier to eat enemies.
If you're lucky enough to trance when you're trying to eat something, which isn't likely to happen.
No, but that's all. I think that's also why they gave her High Tide for her forks.
Yeah.
Which lets you trance faster.
Yeah. I kind of wondered about that, because, like, the first handful of weapons that you get with Kina has the trance faster ability, and she has the most fucking useless trance in the game.
What does her trance do?
It's Cook.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the only thing you get out of it.
Oh, it makes... What does that do? Does it make...
It makes eating enemies easier.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about. The first thing you want to do when you get Kina is make Kina actually useful. And to make Kina actually useful, I think you eat this thing.
Wait, what is this?
It's a dragon.
Durgan?
Durgan.
No, they spell this dragon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Durgans are a thing of the past, but it teaches you Angel Snack if you eat it.
What's Angel Snack?
It's pretty much an all-encompassing remedy.
Yeah. That's the thing about blue magic, is that they tend to have really unconventional effects. And that means most of them are fucking useless, but then there are a few really good ones.
Okay.
And you want to hunt those ones down.
Oh, eat is 1/4, not 1/8.
Yes,
Okay.
I was right. Vivi confirmed Frankenstein, by the way. Both light and healed him right up.
Unfortunately,
Well, because I
Final
had
Fantasy-
it equipped.
It's the core ring, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Final Fantasy IX does not continue 8's tradition of having a dedicated scan screen when you scan enemies. So you have to be paying attention when you use a scan spell, and you have to watch for the HP bar. And that's pretty much your only way of judging enemy HP, apart from knowing offhand how much HP they have.
Who has scan, anyway?
Garnet can learn scan.
Okay.
Ah, damn it. This
But
enemy,
it's not here.
though,
This thing is really powerful for this point in the game.
yeah.
Well,
It
one
is.
attack in particular, I like to. Are you trying to learn an ability from the Mithril Dagger? Is that why you haven't switched to the Ogre yet?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm still trying to learn Bandit.
Okay. Yeah, good point.
Oh god, you actually used a Phoenix Pinion.
Well, I might as well. Damn it,
Oh,
go
no.
for Vivi. He heals from this.
I think
thing
you
that-
learned from that.
The thing about Phoenix Pinion is, it's weird. You get them at the very beginning of the game, and what it actually is, apart from being a substitute Phoenix down, is it's a piece of equipment that Ico in Disc 3 can
equip.
equip to learn the Phoenix Summon.
Yeah.
Why the fuck did they give you this at the beginning of the game?
So wait, I shouldn't use my Phoenix Pinions?
Well, keep exactly one in your inventory. You can use the others all the fuck you want. Sell them, do whatever. Just keep one.
Oh, okay.
Because Phoenix is a pretty useful summon. It revives your entire party and deals fire damage to the enemy.
Yeah, that does sound pretty good.
It is pretty good, and in Final Fantasy VIII, it was wonderful, except it was a random summon. And you know what was really, really fucked up about the Phoenix summon in 8? You had to use a Phoenix Pinion in battle to summon Phoenix before the random summon would start triggering. There's no explanation for why this happens. You just start getting random Phoenix summons after that if you use a Phoenix Pinion once. And you know when? Do you know when Phoenix randomly summons itself? When you get a game over.
So it's like Final Attack Phoenix and 7.
Yeah, except it happens when your entire party dies, except rather than when a specific character dies. So, on the rare occasion that you actually lose all your party members, you have to hope for the rare probability of the Phoenix showing up to revive you. I suppose it's better than nothing, so go ahead, use that Phoenix Pinion. But, yeah.
For this dragon enemy, one Ogre Swipe with Zidane and one Blizzard from Vivi is enough to get it to eat.
Yeah, but I'm
territory.
trying to eat it, so.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's to get it into eat territory.
Oh.
Because I think Vivi at this point in time, one Blizzard will do about 250. Zidane with the Mithril Dagger, you got me there because I usually have the Ogre on this point.
Why? Oh yeah, your learning abilities, I
Okay,
bet.
that should be enough. You should
Oh
be able
no,
to eat
you
it.
madman.
Man, you're doing that thing where you're trying to whittle them down with the wizard's staff.
Yeah.
There you go.
You
Aim
can
to
never be
snack.
too safe.
Well, that was a pain in the ass.
But damn, it takes a long ass time.
Thankfully, you
Well, at
only
least,
have to do
well, now we
this-
never have to do it again.
Yeah, you only have to do it once per enemy, right?
Oh, yeah. You think this is tedious. Imagine going in blind, not knowing which enemies have which spells. You have to painstakingly eat every enemy in the game.
Does every enemy in the
What?
game have a
But
different ability for
No.
Kina?
No, that's the thing. Not all of them do. If they don't have an ability, Kina will still eat them, and they'll disappear, and Kina will say, "Tastes bad."
Yeah, but that's what your master wants you to do. Travel the world, try all different cuisines, alive or dead.
So here's my question: is Kina's blue magic worth all this shit? Because when I played,
Certain spells are, most of them
well,
aren't.
here's the thing: when
Yeah.
I played Final Fantasy VI, I really did not bother with Gao or Strago.
Yeah.
I didn't bother with either of them because I didn't find any good spells. I think like Strago started off with the water spell, which was useful for like that one area where you find him. But like I didn't know where to get all the rest of the stuff, and like everything I tried seemed pretty useless. So I just stuck with other characters who did the same thing
Yeah.
without the hassle.
That's the pitfall with characters like this, is they have useful stuff. You just sort of have to know beforehand, otherwise you'll probably assume they're useless through experimentation.
I think
There's the coffee that Senna left behind.
I think the blue mage equivalent job in Bravely Default was the vampire class, and I remember some of those abilities being useful, but not really enough to make it like necessary to do. It was just kind of something that I had characters learn for the other abilities more than the blue magic stuff. So.
I will say though that the single worst offender in terms of blue magic games is the remake of Wild Arms 1, because they added a recruitable blue mage character to that game, and you can't freely recruit them until the end of the game. So at the end of the game, you have to go through all the enemies in the game and try to find the ones with the spells you can learn.
That sounds like an enormous waste of time.
At one time. Yeah, it's an enormous waste of time. I never use her.